Psych. I've been informed that you guys were asking more questions and I just couldn't see them. So if you're still out there, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I'm sorry. If you want to post them again, I'll be happy to answer them. For some reason, I'm not seeing anybody so far. So if you're there, show yourself. And if I do cut off again and I don't answer you, it's not because I'm ignoring you or I don't know the answer, although that would be pretty smart, wouldn't it? But it just means I don't see it. So if you have a question, anybody? I know Tanya's out there because she's the one that told me there were more questions that I missed. Isn't technology great when it doesn't work? Okay, there's two of you there, but I don't know who. Let me see if I can tell if I hover. Nope, I sure can't. Aha! There's Tanya again. Yay! Okay, feel free, fire away. Anybody else who's there right now and asked a question I didn't answer because I didn't see it, please ask again. I don't know what happened. I just assumed you guys had enough, so I left. Hey, fire away. Really glad you guys didn't stump me tonight. That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? Gonna assume somebody's typing a question because I know there were more questions. I was told. Wish I could think of a joke while we're waiting. Hello again, Tammy Peck. I know that name now. Need you guys to help me talk Nicolette into doing one of these. That's the Maleficent in me again. Okay, while we're waiting, little public service announcement here. You can probably see behind me my kitchen's kind of a wreck because we had a late dinner tonight. I decided to try something new at the grocery store. This is something I would usually post probably on my tried and true page, you know, some cooking thing, but I'm not a big fan of like packaged stuff, but you know, every now and then it's a time saver. I gotta tell you, this was lousy. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Knorr, one skillet meals. Not this one anyway. Steak and peppers, brown rice, and quinoa. Lousy. Alright, anyway. Disney questions, Disney. Or Universal. You know what? I'm open to Universal too. I love me some Universal. In case you haven't noticed yet, it's on our website, new website, plug there, Magical News and Views. Nicolette is your go-to girl if you've got Disneyland questions or you want to book a Disneyland vacation. I gotta tell you, I've never been there, being perfectly honest, and so that's why she's your girl. Universal, right here. I love me some Universal. Not that Nicolette hasn't been there, but she's just not as into Universal as I am. I love me some Harry Potter. All right, I know there were questions. Sorry, my mom, I told her not to call me for like a half an hour, so she held out for as long as she could. That sound is Christmas music because she's a big Christmas fanatic. Anyway. All right, guys, am I not seeing the questions again? Are you not asking, or am I just not seeing? I'm not sure. If it doesn't work, no worries. You guys can just post below the video or whatever, and I'll answer typing instead of by words here. It's just sometimes quicker to do it this way. I obviously talk pretty fast. Oh, here we go. What is a good place to have a birthday party, dinner, or breakfast for a 14-year-old? Well, subjective again. Depends on the interests of the 14-year-old. You know, some 14-year-olds are going to have a pretty sophisticated palate and might actually enjoy a very more upscale dinner experience at a signature restaurant. That's a possibility. If it's a boy, maybe sci-fi, kind of nostalgic and fun. Oh, Harry Potter. We're talking Harry Potter here. Oh, okay. Over at Universal, I think for anybody's unique, whatever, birthday, dinner, 14-year-old or otherwise, Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. That is a mouthful. Totally worth going to. It's one of the most unique and gorgeous restaurants I've been to. Kind of dark in overall kind of feel. It's like a steampunk kind of thing. Just wow. I mean, when you walk up, it has a presence. And don't get sucked in by the shakes, though. Those suckers are not really shakes. They look amazing. And in fact, I even put a picture of them on our website before I tried them because they looked so good, but they're not really not very good. The rest of the food, though, great. Everything we had was very good. No problem with the other desserts. Sundaes are made with real ice cream, whereas the milkshakes are not. But Harry Potter-wise, your choices are limited. You've got Three Broomsticks or Leaky Cauldron. Both are great options. I think the Leaky... I don't know that I could pick a favorite. Different menus. Really, the Three Broomsticks is a lot about roast chicken, and it's actually pretty good. Rosemary potatoes I really like. Butterbeer is available at both, and really that's all that matters to me because I have an unhealthy addiction to butterbeer. But Leaky Cauldron, I think, is the snazzier-looking restaurant. Maybe it's because they built it second, and they just, oh my gosh, they really outdid themselves when they did Diagon Alley. But those are the only Harry Potter restaurants there, so I would just pick whichever one works out with your schedule. And they're both quick service. There's no table service. And in fact, in general, over at Universal, you don't need dining reservations like you do at Disney. Some you can do on open table a little bit in advance, but none of that 180-day stuff anywhere. Nobody's going to take that reservation. And they text you when your table's ready, so you really don't. It's not a big deal. You get your name on the waiting list, and it's a 3-minute walk from park to park, from Islands of Adventure to Universal Studios. So it's no big deal to pop by your restaurant, throw your name on the list, go on about your business, do some shopping, go to a park, and then come back when they ask for you. Hopefully that answered that question. I hope I understood that correctly. Yeah. Oh, but if they're a sushi fan, Cowfish is a good choice too. Cowfish is really unique. Burgers and sushi. I don't know how they came up with that one, but it seems to work. I don't eat sushi, so I can't vouch for that, but I know that people really like it, and you don't have to get them together. You can do one or the other. Burgers are very good. We did try those. Another Animal Kingdom Lodge question. We are booked in a standard view room. Any recommendations for room requests when we do online check-in? Online check-in is for more vague requests, like you want to be higher level or low, first floor, closer to the dining or whatever, that kind of a thing. If you want something very specific, and Animal Kingdom Lodge is one where it can pay to do specific, we can do that on the back end. You can't do it in your online check-in, but if you have something specific you want or you want to ask for that, in your case that's going to be Nicolette, she can she can do that. We can even the standard view rooms sometimes have a peek of a savannah, and if that's important to you, we can select a few rooms, couple of rooms that we know have a peek of the savannah, and put those down as requests, and then back them up with an alternate, near transportation or whatever. Animal Kingdom Lodge is pretty large, but it's all interior hallways, which is really awesome, especially if it rains or the weather's particularly hot or chilly. But those hallways get pretty long. And something to keep in mind, if you have any mobility issues, that would be a fair request to ask to be near the main lobby, because they do wrap around, those wings wrap around those savannas. Awesome resort though, you're going to love it. And the dining there, if you get to the Mara, which is their quick service restaurant, once again, I'm not hugely adventurous, especially when it comes to really spicy food, but their African stew, it's got goes by a different name too, I can't remember, but they would know if you asked for African stew what that was. So good. It looks like, last year I stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge and I did some live video from the lodge, and one of the ones I did, I was having that for dinner, a late dinner that night, and I showed it, or maybe it was Nicolette. Yeah, I think I was. Anyway, when I went back and watched the video feed, oh my goodness, it looked like baby puke. It looked awful, but I swear to you, it's good. It's really good. They like to use raisins, which adds like just a sweetness to offset a little bit of the spice, even though it's not super hot. It's just really good. Zebra dome. Zebra domes, they're really popular. Really, it's another one of the things that doesn't blow me away, but people love them. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Any other questions? Any other Harry Potter questions? I love Harry Potter. Hey, here's one. Little FYI. One of those little tricky things on the Universal side. If you remember, if you've ever been there before and you remember the Jaws ride, that was one of the things that had to go to make room for Diagon Alley. And when you're in Diagon Alley, if you walk by the apothecary shop, it's a fake shop, but like a facade. But if you look in the window, you will see a little nod to the ride that made way for it. There are shark jaws in there. It's kind of cool. I'm big on, I don't know if you guys saw my post recently, but I'm really excited for my next Universal trip. I'm definitely going to do the VIP tour. I think it's worth it. I'm going to, come back with a review, of course, and shoot whatever live stuff I can while they, what they let me shoot. Sometimes, behind the scenes, not always allowed, but I think it's cool to combine behind the scenes with the express passes, which basically is what that is, especially if you're staying at, say, Cabana Bay, the New Aventura, or Sapphire Falls, where you don't get them for free. That's a good alternative to do the VIP tour, because when you're done with it, you get the express pass for the remainder of the day. Jaws ride is gone. I'm sorry to have to break that news to you. Yes, Back to the Future, gone. Disaster is gone, but Fast and the Furious, coming. Jimmy Fallon's Race to New York, crazy ride, fun. That's new. What else? Nothing else is coming to me, but there's a new Harry Potter ride on the way. Really excited for that. Dueling Dragons is coming down. Dueling Dragons was never meant to be a Harry Potter ride, if you didn't know. It was there before Harry Potter came. Anything else? Anything else? Assuming I can still see your responses. There's 10 of you out there, so if you have any questions, shoot them at me. And if not, I've got a couple of quotes to do, I think, tonight before I hit the sack. And if you don't know, I'm a late nighter. Nicolette used to be too, but she's converted to Amish. That's what I keep joking with her about. She went to bed like, I don't know, really early, or she got up at like 4:30 the other morning, and I'm like, you're Amish now. What happened? Not that I'm poo-pooing the Amish by any means. Okay, we have somebody thinking. Tammy's thinking. What else is cool insider information I can give you guys? Definitely do the gem tip, whether you're a client of ours or not. If you are a client of ours, we we include the gem in your package. And I've posted about that a couple of times recently, so you can definitely find that on the site. When booking fast passes, when do you prefer to start your first one? Depends on the park, but generally as early as possible. Because of the fact it's a rolling fast pass system, meaning you use your first 3 and then you can get a 4th and a 5th and so on. Like to get those things out of the way as early as possible, but always keeping in mind the geography of the park. I don't like to have people zigzagging the park, so we definitely group them together. Doesn't matter where you start. If you're in Magic Kingdom, for instance, you can start in any land. It's shaped like a big wheel. You're going to go clockwise or counterclockwise pretty much one way or another. Some people like to start their fast passes at more like 10 or so, because they want to try and squeeze in some pre-crowd rides earlier, 9 a.m. It is possible, but remember to do 2 fast passes, you have a 2-hour window. That's a lot of time. So even if you're scheduling your first fast pass from 9 to 10, doesn't mean you need to get there at 9 a.m. In fact, I would recommend that if your first fast pass and your second fast pass are both in, say, Fantasyland, you don't need to get there at 9 a.m. because then you're going to have an hour before your next fast pass. Not that there's not things to do, there are, but I'm just saying that you're looking at a 2-hour block, so you have plenty of time. We are staying in our Hilton Grand Vacation Club in June. Can you help us with Universal?
I can answer your questions here in a general sense, certainly. You know, I try to be reasonable. I don't generally tell people go away because you're not booking with me. But I will tell you this: it is worth considering. Depending on how many days you're going to spend at Universal, you may want to consider shaving that time off of your time spent elsewhere to stay on property for the perks of those Universal Express passes. You will get spoiled. I don't think I could go to Universal and not have them these days. It's awesome. Front of the line, 100% of the time. And now even on the Harry Potter rides. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's such a huge benefit, honestly. When are we doing the grand prize giveaway? The end of it is going to be March 31st. That's a really great question, and one that we would have to address really soon anyway. Actually, it's probably in the terms and conditions that we had posted, but the final day to enter will be March 31st, and you guys are going to have more opportunities to enter, not only by winning prizes along the way, but just straight up entry. Everybody's going to get a shot at that. We're really just kind of giving you guys some bonus entries by doing these games and stuff. And then our agency owner is going to do the random drawing. I assume that's going to be April 1st. That would make sense, provided that, you know, we get everything to her on time for that. We have to tally all of those entries. And it will be random, and it will be online, and so totally legit. Because I've already had somebody joke with me that they'd split it with me if I could make them win. No. You sent me an email earlier tonight. I will try to get to that before I fall asleep tonight, and if not, I will do it tomorrow morning before I have to head out to actually take my grandmother to a doctor appointment after I drop my daughter off at school. But good night, Tammy. Thanks for coming. Anybody else have any last minute questions? Wow, we've gone a whole hour here. I'm impressed. And also getting a little dry, so I don't want to cough on you guys. Alright, looks like we're probably pretty good on questions, so if you guys have any other questions, post them below this. Shoot me a message, whatever works. But I'm going to go take a quick pass on my email, do a couple of quotes, and then get some sleep, because I'm super tired. Got those designer bags, remember? Anyway, thank you all for coming and for asking me questions so I had something to do besides ramble for all this time. See you real soon.